Welcome to this takeaway teacher video from the Languages Department. This video is intended to help you become an expert in passing the reading and listening exams in every language, every modern language that we study at Cheney. So French, German, Italian, Spanish, Urdu. We use the same exam board for all of them. There are essentially 5 top tips which I can give you that can help you become an expert in your reading and listening exams. To help you understand the first top tip, I've asked Mr. Bolter to come in.
Bonjour.
Guten Tag, to help me demonstrate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whiteboard pen, and on the whiteboard I'm going to do this, and I'm going to ask Mr. Bolter what he sees.
That, Dr. Baum, is un dot.
Un dot, merci. Now, Mr. Bolter said that that was a dot, and he's correct, that's what he sees, a dot. But of course, around the dot there's lots of white space. Now imagine you're in the exam and you see or hear a word you don't know, that's the black dot. What tends to happen is you focus in on that black dot and you forget everything else that's around the black dot, the word you don't know, which could help you to understand what that means. So the first top tip is, when in the exam you find a word you don't know, don't freak out, use the context around the black dot, the word you don't know, to work out what it means. Top tip number 2 is related to the first one. What it is that you've got to use the exam paper to help you understand what you need to do. There's so much information in the exam paper to help you. For every question there's an explanation in English of what you need to do. There's an example, and there are often pictures that will help you to work out what's going on. I've done a little video in this playlist which will go into further depth about that. Top tip number 3, you need to train your eyes and your ears to listen for what's important. And to help illustrate that, I've got this optical illusion here. I think you've probably all seen it before. There's an old woman, if you look one way at the picture, and there's a young woman, if you look another way at the picture. Now, some people can see both images right away. Some people see the older woman first, some people see the young woman first. They're both there all the time. But your mind chooses to see one or the other. Now, when it comes to the exam paper, you need to make sure that you've trained your eyes and your ears to look out for what's important. And in brief, what's most important are negatives, time expressions, verb forms, and what I call groups and examples. And again, there's another longer video about that in this playlist. Top tip number 4 is to make sure that you read the questions before you start looking for the answers. This is not like reading the Sunday paper or listening to the radio while you're washing up. You've only got enough time to find the answers. So look at the questions first and then start reading specifically for your answers. Top tip number 5, the last top tip, is a bit self-evident, but answer all the questions. Many of the questions are going to be multiple choice, and if they're not multiple choice, you'll have to answer in English, okay? So usually you should be able to make some kind of an answer. If it's multiple choice, often you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right, so there's no reason for leaving any of the answers blank. If you're not sure, have a guess. Those are the 5 top tips. First of all, if you see a word you don't know, don't freak out. Secondly, use the visual and the verbal context around the words that you don't know to work out their meaning. Thirdly, train your mind, train your eyes and your ears to look out for what's important. Fourthly, read the questions first. And fifthly, answer all the questions. Okay, there you are. Hope you found that useful. Good luck with your exams. If you have any questions, come and talk to me or your languages teacher. And yeah, once again, good luck.